What if the sun disappeared?
We would need a lot of flashlights.
No. Fahrenheit, dropping to negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit within a year, making it impossible for us to survive. Night predators like owls would find it very difficult to hunt at night. What if Jupiter never existed?
No problem. I will give company to Saturn, Jupiter's lonely neighbor.
Oh, what if humans suddenly disappeared?
I am not human. I will always be there.
Oh, Aumsum. First, all the animals on the planet will be one happy lot. Money and become rich.
Back using my Aumsum magic wand.
Wow, Aumsum. Now, if they were to suddenly disappear, firstly, hearts of millions and millions of people who love cats will surely be broken. Second, you might think insects are inconsequential, but the reality is, without them, there probably would be no life on Earth. Further, insects are food for many birds, frogs, reptiles, etc. Without insects, they would also start dying. Then, animals eating those animals would also start dying. A domino effect, finally wiping out the top of the food chain, that is, human beings. All things everywhere. This is because insects are decomposers. Without insects, decomposition process would take much longer. Flowers, pollination would be affected to an extent. Lizards and frogs, they might go on a hunger strike. Also, all the mosquitoes disappearing will be very bad news for the entire mosquito-repellent marine life. If coral reefs were to disappear, firstly, there will be a dramatic decline in fish population as they depend on coral reefs for food as well as shelter. Secondly, Aumsum. Disappearance of wasps would be a disaster in the making. It would be a big loss for medical research as wasps' venom is believed to kill cancerous cells. Crops by feeding on spiders, flies, millipedes, etc. 100 billion cups of coffee consumed per day. Sudden disappearance of coffee will be very bad news for jobs around. Rarely snack on mice or rats. With all snakes gone, mice or rats will have a gala time. With no more snakes, medical research might suffer a lot to kill and eat them. With no snakes, Hollywood scriptwriters might face tough times. What if all spiders disappeared?
Then what will happen to Spider-Man? I will miss him.
Oh, Aumsum. Firstly, people with arachnophobia, as in fear of spiders, will be one happy lot. Spiders are ferocious predators of pests. Without any spiders, these pests will eat away our crops. Humanity will probably face medicinal properties. With no spiders, medical fraternity will definitely suffer a big loss. Fifthly, Spider-Man will probably lose his superpowers. Superheroes will be in for a shock. Lastly, with no more spiders, directors of scary Hollywood movies may run out of new ideas to scare people. If there were no farmers, there will be extreme shortage of food. If there were no farmers, unemployment figures would jump up all around the world. Water for its survival. If there were no farmers, meat industry will face a severe decline. If there were no farmers, forests will probably grow in their place. What if all bats disappeared?
Then I will wear my special bat costume and surprise everybody.
Oh, bats consume millions of insects. These insects are known to damage crops as well as spread diseases in human beings. And bananas. With no bats around, fruit lovers would face tough times. Thirdly, rainforest. With no bats, time to say goodbye to world's forest cover. Crucial role in supporting life in deserts. With no bats, deserts will be a much tougher place to survive in. With all bats disappearing, producers of Batman movies will find it difficult to find a new name as well as a new mascot. Hospital visits and sick leaves will take a huge jump. Thirdly, families come together on holidays. With no holidays, families might grow apart over a period of time. Fourthly, with no holidays, people might forget how to have fun anymore. Life might become dull and boring. Current depression-filled atmosphere will be replaced with positive smiles all around. Fourthly, with no airplanes, worldwide defense industry will look very different. Tanks might make a comeback. Planes, pollution levels will go down worldwide. Tectonic plates smash into each other. Now, if mountains disappeared, then tectonic plates would also have disappeared. With the tectonic plates gone, hot mantle below would take its place, thus making it impossible for us to even walk. With no mountains, the lava present in them would flow and spread to the surrounding cities. As glaciers on mountains are a source of water for many rivers, no mountains means those rivers would dry out. Also, atmospheric pressure helps squeeze out oxygen from our lungs into our blood. So, without nitrogen, atmospheric pressure would drop, thus reducing the amount of oxygen entering our blood. Differences, leading to headaches, leading to damage of our DNA, thus increasing the risk of cancer. Lacking chlorophyll, the pigment which helps plants prepare its food. So basically, without nitrogen, there would be no life on Earth. Without any clouds, there would be no way to redistribute fresh water from one place to another. Why? Because no clouds mean there was no Gmail, Outlook and Yahoo Mail might still be popular. If there was no Android, Apple would definitely be more happy. Also, what if there were no sharks?
No need of sharks. I am there to scare everybody.
Oh, Aumsum. The makers of shark movies will have to search for a new villain. Sharks, the natural food chain in the oceans, might just completely collapse. Those fishes which eat algae-eating fishes, there will be a drastic decrease in algae-eating fishes. This will lead to an exponential increase in the amount of algae. This algae will cover the coral reefs, not allowing it to photosynthesize. This loss of habitat will lead to mass extinction. Upside, surfers as well as people with galleophobia, as in fear of sharks, will be one happy lot. What if all animals disappeared?
Then I will also disappear. No, wait, I am confused.
Insects and fishes. It would be impossible to imagine what Earth would look like if all animals disappeared. Secondly, more than 90% of the human population consumes meat. If all animals disappeared, they would have no choice but to turn vegetarian. Stock industry, meat industry, zoos, national parks employ millions of people. If all animals disappeared, they will have to look for new jobs. If all animals disappeared, pet owners would need to nurse their broken hearts. Delicate food chain. If all animals disappeared, the entire food chain will collapse. Worldwide, if chocolates disappeared, there will be serious economic consequences. Of ants worldwide. With no ants, world would definitely get a little bit more lonely. If there are no ants, anteater might also go extinct soon. Controllers. With no ants, uncontrolled termite population might wreak havoc all around. Fourthly, ants are great scavengers. With no ants, decomposition of dead organisms might take much longer than usual. With no ants, crop production might come down a notch. Species of ants. With no ants, the world food chain might just completely collapse. Eat ants. With no ants, they might need to change their eating habits. No refrigerator means no ice. We might have to wait for a snowfall to see ice again. Reading news and so on. If mobiles disappeared, people will have a lot of free time on their hands. Fourthly, if footwear disappeared, soles of our feet will surely get extremely angry with us. Sixthly, if footwear disappeared, people playing sports will find it extremely difficult to play for a long stretch of time. Saturated fats present in ice creams are known to increase risk of heart disease. If ice creams disappeared, our hearts would be extremely happy.
I will blow cold air everywhere.
Oh, Aumsum. If fishes disappeared?
Oh no! Who will teach me how to swim?
Oh, Aumsum. Firstly, there are trillions of fishes in oceans. If fishes disappeared, this would be the biggest shock planet Earth has received so far. Secondly, if fishes disappeared, aquariums will contain nothing but water and plants. Hobby of going for fishing on weekends. If fishes disappeared, all of them will come back empty-handed. The wonderful, colorful world inside oceans. If fishes disappeared, scuba diving may go out of fashion. Lastly, fishing industry employs millions of people and is worth billions of dollars. If fishes disappeared, world economy will surely go into recession. Eventually, even human beings will go extinct. Firstly, if cars disappeared, people driving bicycles will be among the happiest. Secondly, public transportation will suddenly become extremely popular. Billions of dollars. If cars disappeared, jobs and money, both will be lost. Day. If cars disappeared, oil demand will go down drastically. Firstly, pollution levels will come down drastically. Secondly, if cars disappeared, people might start walking or using bicycles to get to work, in turn getting healthier, as they may fail to notice how long their hair have actually grown. Be held anymore. Mirrors are extremely important in cars. If mirrors disappeared, driving a car may actually turn out to be dangerous. Food is not good for health. If restaurants disappeared, people might actually get healthy. To the restaurant industry. If restaurants disappeared, economy will definitely suffer. If shampoos disappeared, shares of a number of cosmetic companies will definitely go down. The market contain harmful chemicals. If shampoos disappeared, our hair may be relieved. No more visas. No more customs. No more security checks. Traveling from one place to another would become extremely easy. Tourism industry will get a huge boost. If borders disappeared, the same could be used for more useful purposes. If borders disappeared, trade may get a boost. Fifthly, if borders disappeared, the huge economic as well as social inequality in the world might come down, as well as partying. If gyms disappeared, gym trainers as well as gym owners will have to look for other opportunities. If gyms disappeared, little loneliness might set in. What if salt disappeared?
No problem. I can make everything tasty with a snap of my finger.
Oh, makes everything taste better. If salt disappeared, our favorite foods may not taste that good anymore.
Smells so good.
Oh, if social networks disappeared, they will suddenly have a lot of free time on their hands.
Worry. I will protect everybody using my Aumsum shield.
Wow, ever found. Everybody will be heartbroken. Events as well as concerts will be extremely difficult to organize. Coronavirus never disappeared. Travel restrictions may continue. Tourism industry might collapse. Eyebrows disappeared, our eyes will be extremely unhappy. What if butterflies disappeared?
Don't worry. I will grow wings and start flying like a butterfly.
Oh, those colorful butterflies make for a beautiful sight in our gardens. If butterflies disappeared, our gardens would look incomplete without them. Thirdly, butterflies are critical to the food chain. If butterflies disappeared, birds, bats, as well as other insectivorous animals will be extremely sad. Fourthly, if butterflies disappeared, parents will miss seeing their children innocently chase butterflies for hours in gardens. Travel to see butterflies. If butterflies disappeared, ecotourism will suffer. Lastly, butterflies have existed for more than 50 million years, and there are more than 45,000 species of butterflies. If butterflies disappear, there may be unexpected consequences in